Alright guys, just to keep you updated on what is currently happening, we're just back from ads so I can chat to everybody. One of the, or it looks like, yeah, one of the matches has finished in the bracket. That is J-Wismot moving on against Punani, so no surprise there. And Forky is going to move forward against Before, because Before has not shown up. I don't know what happened. Dog ate his homework or something, but yeah, no show from Before, and that means that we do have the freebie for Forky. I would have expected Forky to move on anyway, and JD LFT is also, we've already seen that forfeit, so a couple of forfeits. But we are ready to get into this one. As soon as the players join, we will commence the first round 2 matchup of the 12 Titans. Any qualifier. Who is going to be the 12th Titan? One of these guys will move on and have a chance later on in the day. Perhaps in the grand final. Plenty of solid players remain in this tournament. There's so many stacked matchups, but this is the one that you guys have chosen to see, and I do not blame you. It's a Cobb on the job yet again with the saves across the goal. Titanium white hat still looking so damn good. And Rid, as I've been informed that his name is pronounced Rid, by the way, not R1D. Look at the outplays by Jacob, though. My goodness. Clean flick in the near post by the Cobb. Somehow manages to lift the ball over the top of his opponent, who thought it impossible. But yes, Rid is how you pronounce his name. He's told me before the game that he shouldn't even be playing. He has hurt his hand really badly. But he's put like I don't know, a brace on it or something, and he's going to give it his best shot because he doesn't want to disappoint the stream by giving Jacob a forfeit victory. But Jacob's certainly the favourite in this matchup, not just because of his 3v3 experience, but he is an exceptionally high-rated 1v1 player in recent time. I believe he was top 5 NA last week before he dipped a little bit, but entering the tournament as rank 31 in the world in the leaderboard is pretty solid. Especially when you consider a lot of the higher up guys might be getting invited directly to the tournament. Details, of course, to be announced later on, but Rid is struggling. The nerves are an all-time high and he's not coping well. Jacob with the easiest center ball and the chip over the top of a flailing Rid. 2-0. Jacob is just having the easiest time right now against Rid, who is trying desperately to recover, but he took himself just way too far out of the game. 2-0. This is how Jacob started off in the last round as well. He was up by 4 goals before he went a little bit too crazy, looking for a rebound. He's got to be careful not to do that against anybody in this tournament, but definitely not Red, who's got a clean... That's a great shot to the bottom corner. Well played to slot this one in. The nerves will certainly be feeling a little bit better after that goal. About 3 minutes and 36 remains of somebody's tournament life, barring overtime. And boost steal from Jacob, putting the pressure on yet again. But Rid with some great mechanics to keep in the game. That demo by Jacob was a necessary one, as Rid was just about to land and shoot the ball. Fake challenges by Jacob aplenty though. He is not making this easy for his opponent. Even getting underneath Rid just to stall his recovery time. Air roll shot, Jacob to the top corner. Rid actually uses the other top corner to get the save, but Jacob doesn't let off the pressure and easily slams it into the open, or not open net, but the open part of the net, I'll say. Well played on the placement. Just under 2 minutes have gone as Jacob asserts his authority once again. 2-goal lead is not the most comfortable in 1v1, and he's going to be down to a 1-goal lead after Rid's flick finds the net. This is impressive to flick with low boost on your stream debut in a best-of-1 tournament for the 12 Titans qualifier. So respect Rid, you've actually hit a flick. That is actually impressive. Trust me, flicks are not easy to do in your stream debut. I've seen plenty of great flickers flop every single one in the past, but not Rid. He's managed to find the accuracy when he needed it most. Does a decent job off the back wall as well. He's fallen down onto the boost, so needs to be so careful there not to get taken out of the game. As Jacob, usually the player who's posturing back, sort of out of his comfort zone here, as the one who is taking the game to his opponent. Still in the lead though, so he won't be too worried about that. He will be pretty worried about driving underneath the ball though. Somehow wins a 50-50 without jumping in a flat car, so that's got to be something to be pretty happy with. Of course, he's taken notes from his teammate Fireburner, the flat car 50-50 god, before he switched to the Octane, and just made it a completely unfair battle for anybody trying to win a 50-50 against him. 2 minutes remain. It has gotten pretty quiet at Manfield Night as Jacob just pretty comfortable, sitting pretty, 1 goal in the lead. Hook shot does not threaten Rid's net. But a big turnover here for Jacob. He's got the distance on the shot, but Rid is just going to flip and save all his boost. Didn't even need to with the corner one available. But with 1 minute and 43 remaining, he needs to convert, and he needs to convert soon. And how about that for a conversion? From the top of the arc, he delays his flick. Great catch off the wall. And that's an incredible delayed flick by Rid. A move we have not yet seen today in all 3 games. And he was even close to taking Jacob out of the air after the fact. We have a tie game yet again. 1 minute and 30 remains. Jacob this time on the half volley. What a save from Rid. Jacob is going to give him credit where credit is due. That was an excellent save. And still though, Jacob looks like the player who is more in control of his own destiny. He has had most of the possession, most of the pressure, most of the territory, and another open net has presented itself with the outplay. Jacob with the dribs onto Rid to take the lead once more. Rid not able to anticipate such a harsh cut on the ball. And as we approach the final minute, he needs to dig just as deep as he did to find the equalizer earlier in the game. Wave dash from Jacob, trying to recover it as fast as possible. He certainly needs to with Rid coming off the wall. But recover fast is exactly what Jacob has done, and he's going to look for the rebound from his own self-set. And how about that for confidence in a 1v1, a single goal up. You hit the bar here, it's a tie game, but Jacob nails it, top corner. 50 seconds remain and he goes up by 2. For anyone else in the world, that would look like a risky maneuver, but for Jacob, he's just making sure. He doesn't want to take a half volley in case he blasts it too high, but hold on, he's got to block this weak hit. Rid somehow missed on the open net, but now has an exceptionally difficult task of putting in this awkward possession. 30 seconds, it's all or nothing now. He needs a goal now more than ever. And Jacob with the no ball cam aerial, he wants to see what Rid is doing. Manages to beat him to the ball, but he's way out the game. Rid next up on the play. He's got to score though, and Jacob's going to close the distance. He has probably taken the game with this shot. 6-3 might be too much for our injured debutant. Shout out to him for coming in today and putting on a show for us. He didn't want to just go for the DQ. He didn't want to just lie down on his big opportunity. He saw the bracket. He saw, I'm going to be up against Jacob. I can't pass up on this one. But Jacob is just too good. GG. You will move on to the top 8. And just to reiterate for anybody who's just tuning in, every single top 8 match will be streamed. So we will be seeing more of the Cobb later, but not before we go and take a quick stop at another last 16 match. We do need to, what was it again? I'm trying to remember what the match was. It's Satthew, that's the one. Yeah, we need to take a look at Satthew versus Ty. Still no other results coming in from this round. It looks like Ice Sharif was able to take down Outlast. That match did finish up. Oh, Killerican right now over Kane as well. So that was another matchup that was third most voted for in the straw poll. So this one almost made it in. But next up, it was the second most voted for. Actually, I think it was the most voted for matchup in the straw poll. No, second most. Jacob versus Rid was number 1. But number 2 was Satthew versus Ty. So that's going to be next up on stream. I'm just going to go and get that one set up for you guys. When we're back, it will be more round of 16 action from the 12th Titans and a qualifier. So don't go anywhere. But the main thing that we are all here to see is about to go down. It's another round of 16 match. So we are almost ready to get this one started. It's Ty, not Tyler, or rather Flick Deflector, not Tyler, as he's decided to go by, versus Satthew. And this is probably the only time that I've seen, or actually no, it's not the only time, but it's one of the few times in this qualifier and the last qualifier that we did yesterday where I have seen this matchup before, and it was incredibly close. Satthew made a debut stream performance in a previous tournament that I ran, and he got eliminated by Ty, but Ty and Satthew since then have both won show matches on stream, and they're both going to be bringing their A game, I'm sure. But Flick Deflector Not Tyler, aka Ty, is going to go up to start things off. And not a bad half volley. Satthew did give him about a continent of space to shoot with though, so we better try and tighten up on there. Satthew with his own kickoff that I have not seen anybody else use except himself in recent times. Look how early he dodges into this one, hitting the ball with almost the roof of his car to try and get a more neutral kickoff than we're used to seeing. Players in the previous kickoff meta looking for a volatile one to bounce in off the sidewall. That is not what Sathew's about. He wants to stop it dead and go for a shot from the midfield. 1-all. Ty looking for a flip reset on the ball or just a block. Satthew not having any of it. There's another demo from the blind spot though. These are becoming more and more prominent. Such an effective strategy in this format. Ty should have done better off the bounce dribble in all honesty. He had Satthew exactly where he wanted him, but all he was able to do is 50-50. Look at the outplay. Satthew over the top. And Flick Deflector Not Tyler not quite able to deflect this one. I'm not 100% sure what this name is referring to, but I would guess that Flick Deflector is to try and dissuade Satthew from flicking. And anybody who knows Satthew knows that he loves to flick. He's got the reverse 45-degree flick absolutely down, and this is probably my favorite moment of all time as a caster. Just calling it as it happens. Told you guys. You should have listened. 45-degree flick is in his arsenal, and it is looking good today. 3-1, Satthew, the top seed coming into this matchup, and showing us exactly why. One of the top seeds remaining in the tournament as well. Ty has got his work cut out for him. We had the full team of Ty progressing round 1, but I don't know if it's going to happen round 2 as things currently stand. Satthew on a 4-goal streak, able to outplay Ty with the little miniature chess match. Ty expecting him to go to the corner, and that's why we did see him go for the boost steal, but Satthew just cuts infield, gets the infield dribble, straight on the open net. He's looking for the volley, but Ty shuts that one down before it can get started. Another corner boost steal by Ty, but he misses it. Satthew now full up on boost, courtesy of his opponent. And Ty does not look comfortable. He doesn't look like he's got a game plan in offense. He's just having to deal with attack after attack from Satthew. Boost starving has not been effective so far for Ty. Satthew looking for a demo. We saw, or a bump, and Ty had the full respect of his opponent. Backing off there. Again, just hoping that Satthew will outplay himself, but Satthew is able to dodge and block both the flick and the fake in one move. Does drop the ball from his dribble. That is an uncharacteristic misplay for him. Ty off the wall. He's going for the distance, but Satthew is comfortable in the air, as always. I believe it was just earlier this week that Satthew was able to take down Jacob on stream in a show match, best of 5, 3-1, and he's looking very good today. I must say, this is probably the best performance I've seen on stream so far, as he shuts down Ty once again. That is a dunk from the midfield, bouncing over your net. Ty Not Tyler. And what is that ball control from Ty? We are used to seeing so much better from him in the past. It's just bobbling around on his head. He's gone for an exceptionally slow kickoff successfully this time, but again misses his touch, misses the boost steal. And Satthew has got to be thinking that this series is in the bag, or this game is in the bag, sorry. And look at the reverse 45-degree flick. Bar down, bounce on the ground, put it in yourself. Could he have put this any more in the top corner if he tried? That is just inhumane from Satthew. He has been completely undeflected by Ty's mind games in the scene profile name. It has to be said, he does not care. if Tai is a flick deflector. He is just going for it as he slows down the air dribble, missed his touch on the last contact. And Tai is just going for full risk, full reward. But unfortunately for him, he remains unrewarded as he asks himself in chat, will he please not Brazil me? We are on the verge of the first Brazil of the day. Satthew just mistimes the boost respawning. He won't get punished though. Tai doesn't look like he has much boost himself. What a catch by Satthew, making Tai look like a fool yet again. 6-1. This is an incredibly impressive performance for Satthew. He's got 90 seconds remaining. He's got the open net. He's going to go for the mind game. Tai holds his own this occasion. It is, of course, not over yet. You can never call it too early in any 1v1 in Rocket League, but this is just looking so one-sided. Tai has tried to go off the wall, taking incredible risks, and every single time Satthew has had an answer defensively. Tai this time on the volley, but Satthew looking ready for it. And as we approach the final minute, this is another one-sided game. But Satthew with a statement. Nobody's going to be wanting to play him moving on in the tournament with a performance like this. 50 seconds. Will Tai even have another say in his own destiny? It looks like it might be over already. And with that dunk, it might be the death of Tai and his tournament life. It might be the end of his 12th Titans qualifier dream. Again off the ceiling, again unsuccessful. 30 seconds remain. Sathew's going to show him how it's done, or at least try to. 10 boost and a dream. And he's dreaming big, I'm not going to lie. He's dreaming big there. I like it. But that's GG. Tai just going for something to celebrate with, or feel sorry for himself. Gets the mind game, that's at least something. He's not able to put it in with the butt shot. And we will say goodbye to Tai. Satthew was just a little bit too strong on the day. It's probably worth mentioning, before Tai joined this lobby with his current name, he joined with his usual name Tai, then he left, and then he came back in with the flick deflector name, so he was really hoping to avoid Sathew's flicks. However, it is Satthew who will move on. He was just a little bit too consistent with his flicking today. Very impressive stuff. Everybody's got to be feeling pretty scared of that man. And we do have another few matchups to report. Jay Wismont moves on against OCE's Stevo. We already saw Killer Rican progressing. Sharif has upset Rani. That is a huge upset, as Rani came into the tournament number 16 in the world in 1v1. And it looks like the OCE Slayer Sharif has taken him down. That is a very, very big upset. We're still waiting on Seabass versus Taroko. Satthew versus Tai, we of course just saw. Retals has eliminated Forky as well. That is another upset, guys, as Forky, I believe, was sitting fairly high on the leaderboard himself. Oh no, I tell a lie. Forky was actually sitting at 98th in the leaderboard. I tell a lie. Forky couldn't have been much lower if he tried. But Forky has been very high rated before. So that is this. His seeding was not a reflection on his skill. It was just a reflection on how little 1v1 he had been playing. But Retals number, where is he on the leaderboard? I just saw him 47 in the world, so pretty good himself. Number 1 seed Among, who comes in as the 6th in the world ranked player, has taken down Aleutian, who himself took down Overzero. So number 1 in the tournament is looking pretty good, and that will be, I believe, the next matchup on stream. So we're just going to go top to bottom every quarterfinal matchup, one after another, back to back to back to back. We've already seen Jacob twice on stream, and we've already seen him win twice on stream, but this is going to be his toughest challenge yet against the number 1 seed in the entire tournament, Among. I believe he usually goes by Among Star, but he might have rebranded to Among Affliction, the AA battery. But we've got a stacked tournament still. Jay Wismont, Satthew, Killer Rican, all known 1v1 gods in NA. Sharif just taking down Rani. Retals taking down Forky. We're still waiting on this last matchup. But yeah, we will be back after this short break with Among Affliction versus Jacob. That is the first of 4 quarterfinal matchups. So if you do want to see more 12 Titans NA qualifier action, do not go anywhere. We will be right back after this short break.